Good morning. So today I'm back down at my favourite nature reserve ever called Ladywalk. Common sort of, location for my videos, basically because I love it here, not gonna lie, absolutely adore it here. Now, one of the other reasons I'm here today is I've looked at the weather forecast and it's meant to be a little rainy today. So I figured I'd play it safe, I'd come to somewhere where there's hide so I don't get soaked. Once again, like I always tend to in all my videos. Now, in last week's episode, I was after dippers. Today, I haven't really got any species in mind. I know the sort of sand martins and swallows have been sighted in the area, and if I can get some good photos or maybe a video of a blackcap, I won't be too angry. But other than that, no real targets in mind. I'm gonna go for a walk in the woods, go chill in my hides a little bit, drink some coffee, and see how it all goes. Let's see what we can find. Today, I'm opting for a bit of a different approach. Usually when I come to Ladywalk, I go straight to Riverwalk hide as it gives you this beautiful view of the area. It's also the hide where I've had most luck even spotting otters. Now, the otters haven't been spotted in a while now, so I figured I'm going to switch things up a little bit and I'm going to come to B hide first, or Kent's hide as it's now known. So I've been here for about 5 minutes and I've seen all the standards. So great crested grebe, a couple of gadwal, a lot of black-headed gulls. But I'm going to sit here for an hour. I'm going to see if anything drops in, and just enjoy the noise of all the squawking gulls. Yeah, other than that, I'm just going to sit, I'm going to wait, and I'm just going to enjoy myself. Just had our first flyby of the day, and that was 2 Egyptian geese. Now, Egyptian geese are kind of funny looking little fellas. They're also very, very noisy, but still quite fond of them because they are so distinctive, they really do stand out from the crowd. Hopefully I'll catch up with those guys later, but we'll see how that goes. They haven't got a tendency to sort of stay around long around here at least, so happy to see them fly by and get a quick little shot of them at least. I've just swapped sides in this hide, and that's for 2 reasons. Number 1, there's a blackbird on this sort of like cool little branch. I think it looks pretty sweet. I'll get a bit of photo and a video of that. And also, I've just spotted what I think currently is a common sandpiper, just on the other side of the bank over here. So I'm just going to wait for it to kind of come out of the weeds a little bit, come into a bit of a clearer view, and hopefully pop off a couple of shots and get a little bit of video. The location isn't great, the background isn't great at all. It is very much a record shot, but I don't just do this just to get sort of photos and videos. I do this, to keep records and just see what's about in my local area, really. Conservation and all that sort of fun, happy stuff. So let's see what we can get. And also, apparently it's supposed to rain today. What on earth is this? Bloody glorious sunshine over here. British weather. It really does have a mind of its own. That there was a beautiful little Chett Warbler. Now, Chetties are a bird who are commonly heard, but less often seen, as they tend to sort of live in sort of dense undergrowth, you know, thick grass, thick bushes. So you might see them sort of pop up on top of a bush and sing for a little second, but they are quickly gone. So that may have been my best ever experience with one. Definitely the clearest I've ever seen one personally. So not a bad little start to the morning, that. It's actually going pretty well here in Beehive so far. I think I've got another half an hour here or so. You know, gonna keep my eye on the sky, see if anything wants to drop in, but yeah, this is going pretty well so far. So back before music really sort of took over, I used to do a fair bit of macro photography. So, you know, bugs, insects, that sort of thing. Wasn't really into flowers, but you know, if there was a cool flower, I'd take a photo of it. But yeah, I was thinking, like, would you like to see me do a video on macro? Can't guarantee it'll be amazing at all, you know. It's been a while since I've done any sort of macro work, but hey, if you'd like to see me give it a shot, please let me know in the comments below. I've just made it to Bittenhide. You know, I took a nice slow walk around the north point of the reserve. And it's basically because I was checking out tree creepers. I had a pair of them, sort of like knocking about along the trees, and I think I found a location where two were nesting, so kind of gave that a bit of a wide berth. Anyway, now I've got round to Bittenhide, just found two little redshank who are directly in front of me. And they are absolutely stunning little birds. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful, they are. Yeah. Now, as I was walking around, I spoke to two nice gentlemen, and they let me know that there was a black-tailed godwit knocking about. But I've got to the hide, and so far I haven't been able to see it. So I'm hoping it hasn't lifted off, and I'm hoping it's just hidden behind the reeds or, you know, behind a tuft of grass somewhere. Yeah, hopefully it pops up. It's been ages since I've seen a black-tailed godwit here. It'd also be my first for the year, so that would be very much appreciated if he pops up. But yeah, speaking of popping up, this weather really has the wind's massively increased now. But you know, I'm here, I'm in the confines of this beautiful little bird hide, so the weather can throw whatever it wants at me today. Bring it on. Haha. That there was a male Goosander. Now, not an uncommon bird by any stretch, but I don't often see it on this particular body of water. You know, I tend to see it more so on rivers opposed to lakes like this. So, a bit of an odd one again for this sort of stretch, but always happy to see it. And you know, with those beautiful white feathers and that green head, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they're a bit more flamboyant than the females, you know, as often is the case, but yeah, I think they're really, really lovely, stunning birds. I've been here in Bittenhide for about an hour now, give or take. And I think it's about time I make my move and head on over to Riverwalk Hide. Seen some fairly cool stuff here, you know. Fair few great crested grebes about being blown around by the wind. bunch of lapwing, and there's actually a pair of Goosander, as it turns out, both of which were male. But yeah, I'm gonna pack up my stuff, put my coffee away, and head on over to Riverwalk. If you walk around Ladywalk long enough, you might start to notice that there are actually like old logs zip tied and, well, attached to other sort of newer, younger trees. While this may look a little odd, it's actually very, very, very good purpose. It's to help encourage the nesting of willow tits, because they like to nest in older, decaying logs. You know, they're kind of easy to burrow into. So it's all about making more habitats and more accessible spaces for them, as weird as that is to say. Making it easier for them to survive in this beautiful little habitat. As it turns out, I think I was given a bit of bad intel. You know, it happens. The black-tailed godwit wasn't on the far pool, it was actually on this one between Riverwalk and Ahide. Just chatting to a bloke as I was entering and he was leaving. Turns out I just missed it by a couple of seconds. So, sod's law, that's bird watching, that's how it goes, eh? Other than that though, there's a pair of oyster catcher on the far side, so hopefully I'll get some video and photos of those if they decide to come in a bit closer. But yeah, other than that, all the standards really. Yeah, a couple of teal, a couple of lapwings. We'll see what we can get. Been in Riverwalk Hide for about an hour now, and I'm making a decision. I'm going to head off to the next hide, but I'm actually going to go back round to where I've already been. I'm going to return back to Bit and Hide, and I'm going to see if I can pick up that black-tailed godwit. I just want to see it. So I'm going to pack my stuff up, put the coffee away, and I'm going to head back up there. So it's taken me near enough all day to find it, but I finally got my first black-tailed godwit of the year. Beautiful little specimen too. Beautiful kind of like ambery red sort of colours, and it's fairly far away at the moment, but you know, it looks great. I'm just really, really happy to see it, to be fair. Yeah, it just looks beautiful. Shame about the wind, but you know, hopefully it comes closer. And yeah, over the moon to see it, as I always am. I've been here close to 7 hours now. I've done most of a lap. You know, it's not often I turn back on myself, but today's been a little different. Anywho, I'm going to start making my way back down to the exit, and if I do see something cool, you'll be the first guys to know. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, let me know your feelings. I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.